SIG-HEX 148, what price point do you think HEX has to go to in order to get noticed by the general public or media? I don't even know so much that it's a price point as much as it is. I mean, I'd say, yeah, probably anything over 10 cents would give it some more traction, especially approaching 50 cents a dollar. But it's more about the concerns of the OA. The OA made a move on big payday, uh, got people concerned. The argument that the OA won't move anything is now null and void. However, the longer the OA stays staked and hasn't sold anything, Silver's already done some research on this. I think that will build confidence and people will start to accept it more and more, saying just time, really. I think we need another year behind us before, with no catastrophes, no big OA nukes, I should say, which I don't see anything like that coming, where people will start to embrace it more clearly and openly. Because here's the thing, you have a lot of people who've been calling for the end of HEX since January, and it hasn't happened. And the big payday was expected to be the rug pull. If anything, it was a lot of people asserting that the liquidity was going to be removed, HEX was going to go to zero, or you might have a bag, but it's worthless, you can't unload it. And none of that happened. So I think that that's the big thing. The big takeaway as far as a win from big payday would be that. And then beyond that, it's just a time game. And then with that, price will uh, ascend accordingly. But for people to really kind of get their head around it, that 1 penny price point alone helps. We saw that already. Just because people don't like to do the math on fractions of a penny. You get over that penny and it's a denomination people can do in their head and get their head around. So when HEX hits 1 penny again, people will come through again. Yeah, I do believe that. So there's definitely going to be that mentality. It's just natural. People are able to say, okay, it's got some uh, legitimacy now when it gets over that. In crypto, below a penny is like a penny stock in the pink sheets and the Finance 1.0. And then once you get over that penny, I think people do tend to take it a little more seriously. We're proving this is sustainable crypto. Yes, we are. And the more time that goes on going forward, uh, then yeah, more and more confidence will be built. Crypto Ewok, my concern is the whales that have huge amounts waiting to dump. Yes, that's a concern. We need to shake them out and get to the people that are really locked for a long time. I think that's what we're actually doing now, Crypto Ewok. I think that the strategy behind some of the reduced liquidity, and Richard's talked about this, that it moves more aggressively in either direction with a smaller pool, is a way to kind of flush some of these folks out. And we've seen these guys selling. There has been a bit of sell pressure since big payday, but I think it's a waiting game with the traders. They know it. They know what's going on. They know what's trying to be done, and it's almost a game of chicken. See who's going to turn first. The OA and the people dedicated in HEX, everybody knows what price points they want. Everybody wants to see it take shape and grow. We want to get to that penny again. We want to get to that 50 cents, the dollar. I do believe all those days will come. When you read Richard's tweets and you read between the lines, he's basically, even in that 6-hour live stream he had, I mean, he almost states that outright in different segments and even on Twitter. So he's always, every time he says stuff like that and things start to take shape and you kind of have this epiphany of like, oh, okay, I can connect the dots now. I see what he was saying. I kind of read into a lot of that. When he talks about whales with enough ETH to wick the price that are already in HEX, well, that ought to tell you something right there. And I think that those people aren't going to enter in to have traders dump on their heads. I think it's just a matter of waiting out the traders. And the traders have a tactical disadvantage, or they're at a disadvantage because of their mentality by nature. Something else is going to pique their interest. Chico Crypto comes out, pumps a new token, and everybody's like, oh my God, I got to buy as much as I can today because it's going to 10x. And they aren't going to be able to sit on a bag of HEX that's, doesn't have price points going the way they want. They'll just take what they can get and run into that other coin and hope they make up any losses or make more over there. But I agree, the whales are what we're waiting out right now, the dumper whales. Hexadente, funny to think how many people that banned all the hexicans and talk bad about HEX are still checking HEX every day. true. I think that, yeah, I think they do have, I think they see it, but they've already put their foot in their mouth so far, it's hard to backpedal out and stand corrected. There's a lot of eyes on us we don't know about yet. That's true. Like I said, it's that nobody wants to be first, but everybody wants to be next. All of us in HEX right now, we're the first movers, not just one guy. All you guys in chat, everybody that's been broadcasting for all these months, the discourse guys, Hexo, Cabana Crypto, everybody that's out there, Crypto Coffee, whoever, all the guys that, the YouTubers doing streams, anybody that's been promoting, Steph and Firebun and the Stake Wrap, all the work that's been done, all first movers in HEX. And as we have gains, and as we stay strong to the project or the product, it does speak volumes to those watching from the sidelines. And they will come out at some point in time. They're just a little bit skittish because once you go in, and you expose it, okay, I'm into this now, I have to support it, or at least, if I'm invested in it, it would make sense, right? You're gonna go trash talk your bag would make any sense. So a lot of those people, they will come to a point where they just have to stand corrected. It's not an easy thing for people to do.